name is Tanner Pans, and today I'm going to be talking to you about shoplifting. Before we start, I see we have a work upstairs, but before we start, I want to know how many of you have actually thought about shoplifting? So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. How many of you have actually done it? 2?
That was 3.
3? Fair enough. Believe it or not, 1 out of 11 people actually shoplift here in the United States. So, I mean, I guess we got a majority here, so it's all good. But the shoplifting for the company is actually called shrinkage, as you may know, the loss of product for a company. According to NBC News, they published an article actually this December on the 24th explaining how the rates of shoplifting actually increase around the holidays. But the thing is, whenever they shoplift, they're not shoplifting for them, for their loved ones or family members. They're actually doing it for themselves because they feel that they're obligated to take something because they're buying things for other people. Therefore, they take things for themselves as a reward. What they're doing, they know it's wrong. The thing is, they really don't care. It's just kind of like an impulse, much like everything else. They walk in and they see something they want and they think, I can have it, might as well take it. It's like a drug. It's kind of like a morphine kick. And whatever they do, every single time they take it and they get away with it, it's just another high that they get, which just keeps them coming back for more. Just to share some statistics with you guys about shoplifting, this is coming from shopliftingprevention.org, and the actual statistic before the 1 out of 11 was from NBC.com. But these are just general statistics from a shoplifting organization. There's about $13 billion stolen every year from shoplifters, and that's $135 million a day, believe it or not. Men and women actually steal the exact same amount. There's no gender that steals more than the other. And most people actually buy and steal in the exact same time. So whenever people go in, they justify it by actually buying an item and stealing an item at the same time because they feel that they have paid enough or have given money back to the store in order to get the items, and therefore they steal in the same process. And any habitual shoplifter actually steals 1.6 times per week. So it's a little much, and that's kind of why the numbers are so high. But these shoplifters, they're actually affecting the shoppers more than the store themselves. Most people do it in spite of the store. Perhaps they didn't get a deal they wanted, or they got screwed out of something. But they actually do it in spite of the store, and it actually hurts the shoppers, either for security purposes, or they'll just raise the prices in order to negate the shoplifters taking products off their shelves. The thing that I want to talk about most is when people are judged when they walk into the store. Most people, let's just say you have a teenager, walks in with Timberlands, sweatpants on, and a big puffy jacket. And then you have an older woman walking in next to him. Who would you expect to shoplift more? The old lady? Probably not. You're going for the kid with the Timbs and the puffy jacket. But the thing is, whenever it comes to shoplifting, the elderly people are actually more likely to shoplift. You all know from the Bible, King James Bible, Exodus 20:15, thou shalt not steal. But that still doesn't stop people. People still steal every single day just because they can. As I said before, elderly people do it more than the average person. This is because the cost of living is going up, but so is their lifespan. And they can't support their own lifestyles anymore. So in order to survive, they actually have to steal to survive, which is extremely upsetting because I've seen my grandparents who are getting older and they can't even support themselves anymore. So I've actually seen them take things once or twice because they've gone through recessions and poverty and other things just to get to this point where they're just stuck in the same situation. They can't even afford basic food. And that's why it just forces them to steal. They could get help, but what are they going to do? They're in their 80s, 70s, stealing products. It's not really going to change much. And even if they go to jail, they're old. It's really no big deal. I mean, they've already lived their whole life, and it's not going to change anything. And our elderly population is just going through the roof as it is. But just a quick story for you guys. There was a woman down in South Carolina. I brought with me a chicken noodle soup. It's gonna be my lunch later. But she actually stole chicken noodle soup and hot dogs and was prosecuted for it and sent to jail. She was 82 years old because she couldn't afford to buy food. And it wasn't her first offense, of course, because she's been taking things from this grocery store. But they caught her and actually prosecuted her for it and she went to jail for a year just because of taking this. So, what can we do to fix this problem? Honestly, there isn't really much. People are getting older and they like to steal things. I mean, shoplifting is an epidemic. It gets people on a high, basically. As people get older, it's harder to stop. People who have age over everyone else believe that they have the right to things that they really don't. But in reality, it's just the way life is, and we can't do much to stop it. Laws won't stop them, and as I said, they're older, and jail time won't do it either. So that's why I want you guys to think about shoplifting and how people are judged as they walk in the store, and how elderly people actually